What's up guys, it's Eternal here, and today I'm gonna show you how to play Zyra mid, so let's go with the answering. I'll be playing against Katarina. You want to start with Q first, and let's get to her skill explanation. So on passive, Zyra periodically spawns 1 or 2 seeds nearby her that lasts for 30 seconds, briefly granting sight over the surrounding area. After at least 1 second, enemy champions can destroy seeds by stepping on them. And Zyra can only have a total of 8 seeds planted at once, preserving placed seeds over those spawned by her passive. So you can stand in the middle like this for your passive to spawn closer, and this might be helpful for your Q at level 1 to damage your enemy, also increasing the chances of getting level 2 first. The effect radius of this passive works around 900 range, and the cooldown is for 13 seconds, and later it decreases to 9 based on level. Zyra does not plant any seeds if she is concealed within a brush, unless there is an enemy ward in it, in which case it takes her a little longer to plant the seed, or when there is no room for additional ones. So here in this matchup we have Katarina, and he really outscales me late game. So my job as Zyra is to punish him on lane while he's weaker, and especially abuse the range. So my only chance is to get a kill on lane, especially with Ignite, though he has TP, so I need to just catch him in the right combo, and we will see. So that was your Q, your main harassing tool on lane, dealing magic damage to all enemies hit. If Q hits a seed, which is your passive or W, it sprouts into an aggressive plant which remains on the ground for 8 seconds, attacking nearby enemies. Using Q and E on the seed has different effects, but I will explain that later once I get into E explanation. You should always try to Q on the seed to spawn a plant and deal additional damage. But of course at level 1 you have to rely on the passive itself, so usually at level 1 you just kill your enemy just as if you played any other AP champion for the poke. And yeah, that's an elite gank from Master E. That was your E, by the way. It deals magic damage to all enemies hit and roots them for short duration, from 1 second up to 2 seconds at last rank of this ability. Let's go aggressive at Katarina, should be first blood. Your damage can be often underestimated by your opponents, and you want to max E first. This is going to be a good wave clear source, and casting E on W or plant will result in summoning a plant as well, just as for your Q, but with different effects. Before going to the explanation of your summoned plants on Q and E, let's get to W.
Such a busy world.
So on W's passive, Zyra periodically stores a seed up to 2, unit kills grant 20% charge towards a seed, increase to 100% for large units killed and enemy champion takedowns. Oh, Vi is in trouble, I try to save her, maybe we can get a kill. Nah, his W is too strong and Katarina is coming. Wait, she's still going there? Oh nice, I got a kill. And on active, Zyra plants a seed at the target location, which lasts for 60 seconds and briefly grants sight of the spot Zyra planted it in. After 1.5 seconds, enemy champions can destroy seeds by stepping on them, but doing so grants true sight of them for 2 seconds. The Arcane Comet is great, it has nice synergy with your plants, so you are able to deal more damage with them. So your W sounds similar to your passive, and your seeds can be targeted by allied abilities such as teleport or something like Katarina's E or Lee Sin's W, and your seeds cannot be attacked by enemy units or their structures. The only way to destroy W is to step on that. Other than that, it's untargetable. So if you want to summon a plant with your Q, for example, the order is the same. You can do QW or WQ and it will work, but of course it's better to cast Q than W, because that way your enemy won't be able to destroy the seed, right? So it makes sense. I tried to catch him with my E, it has long range, so it's worth trying every time, and often you can catch someone and finish off with the rest of your combo. And now I just attempted to predict his movement, and my tip for catching enemies on lane with your E is to pay attention to your own minions, and especially when playing against melee champions. When your minion is low health, chances are that your enemy will come for that CS, so this is the right time to cast your E and deal some nice amount of damage. Recently I used my ultimate, so on active Zyra summons a thicket at the target location, dealing magic damage to all enemies in the area as it expands. After 2 seconds the vines snap upward, knocking up all enemies caught in the thicket for 1 second. Plants hit by the thicket are enraged, and I mean the ones that actually spawned from Q or E, not the seeds. And once they get enraged, they restore 50% of their current health, increasing their maximum health by 50% and resetting their duration for the full duration of the thicket for a maximum bonus duration of 2 seconds. So as I mentioned before, your plants summoned from Q or E have 8 second duration. You can extend that for a really nice combo. Additionally, the plants attack in a flurry, launching 2 shots per attack. And plants ground during the 2 seconds prior to the displacement will also be enraged. Plants already grown before your ultimate cast will have their duration refreshed if they are inside the area of effect. The most important thing about your ultimate is the fact that the magic damage applies immediately on cast, so don't get confused. The knock-up is not dealing magic damage, it's only CC, but the damage itself connects at the start. So this is essential in your one-shot combo. Try to make it quick or time it in a teamfights for a perfect knock-up to protect your enemies or land a nice combo. Finally, let's talk about the plants previously mentioned, the ones that are summoned for 8 seconds from combination of Q and W or E and W. So as for the Q, you summon a Thorn Spitter that deals magic damage. It has 575 range, and the difference between these two plants are that the second plant, which is Vine Lasher, slows the target by 30% for 2 seconds, but has 400 range, so smaller range than the first one. This means that you should be summoning both types of plants at once. So do QW, then EW. The first one will have the good range, and the second one will make sure that the target will take as much damage as possible because of the slow, so your target will stay within that zone for a longer amount of time. If Zyra is silenced, it will prevent both plants from attacking, and Spell Shield can only block one attack of the plant. And if it's not the first plant to attack the target, it will deal 50% less damage. And how does the plant prioritize targets? So the first one is Taunt Source, so something like Ramus, even if it's out of range. And how do you get these marks? Well, Zyra's basic attacks apply a refreshing high priority mark for 3 seconds against an enemy champions. while the plant apply a non-refreshing lesser priority one for the same duration. This means that the plants will attack the same target as you do. And if you are not attacking, then the plant will just hit the closest unit in range. And by the way, the attack can be blocked by Counter-Strike, which is Jack's E. As you could notice, Zyra's main weakness is the fact that she's easy to gank, so always try to have vision in the right place and don't play too aggressively if you are not sure where enemy jungler is. If you feel like it, you can get Zhonya faster, though I prefer having more damage. And of course you should be banning Zed, also Yasuo ban is worth it. Got you. And your full combo without ultimate should look like this. You do E, W, auto attack, Q, W and auto. After that you can do ultimate to enrage your plants. Alright, let's back. Wait, something is happening there. I tried to hit him at the edge of the hitbox. And he died again the same way, that's why it's important to follow up your jungler. And I take this blue buff, I'm low on mana. Nice, thanks. Oh, Kasadin. Bye, that should be enough, plants will finish him off. Now Nautilus, I can only slow, Vayne can be there. Yep, she is. Oh, they got caught, nice. You can be creative with your plants and use them for Dragon, for example, to soak up some damage. And that will help your jungler for sure. You should also keep in mind that you are squishy and vulnerable without your E, so in some situations it's better to keep your E so that your enemy will be scared to engage at you. You should be using your seeds or plants to check bushes before warding, since they have a much longer range, so you can avoid face checking by just pressing W in the nearby bush. This can really help. Let's try to roam now.
Such a busy.
Not how I wanted. It's not worth going in anymore. Oh, he's there. Well, that was just for a disengage. Also, your W has slightly better range than Q, but your E has the best range, that is 1100. Let's go for Pantheon. Well, actually there's a plant, so I can go in. Oh, Control Ward. Can't really make an all-in, but I can poke him a lot. Okay. Damn, Master E. he flashed as well, nothing I can do. Okay, I have to defend that alone. Actually, Zyra is good at defending. Yeah, quick burst. Lol, he failed his Q. Zyra is good for pickups and is the best feeling when playing her, though she's squishy, so vulnerable to mastery when I died. Oh, that should be a nice team fight for me. I just wait till they group. Hey. Okay, Master is coming, I'm gonna back. Oh, come to me. That's a nice route with some damage. Oops, I can disengage. I tried. Not enough.
Come closer. Such a busy.
Ooh, I messed up, that's why positioning is so important. Can Baron. And now top. Oh, nice pickup. And that's another team fight for us. By the way, with your E you can make some nice aggressive pickups. You should be doing E flash, so it's unexpected for your enemy, you start casting and then flash. So the animation begins, your enemy won't expect that. And when pushing you can just pressure your enemies with your E, or just pretending to cast E. Oh, got them. So even without casting you can pressure. Bears, they would die, so that's it. Hope that you learned something about Zyra. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.